Hey, you. Psst, come closer. I have a secret. It has to do with YouTube. And the darkest, the most disturbed corner of this website. And the search term that will bring you there that you should never, ever search up. And welcome to YouTube Unsolved. Yes, that's right. Today we cover the topic, never search this. We have a new Discord server for YouTube Unsolved. Now, this is not going to be a normal YouTuber Discord server. No, I do not have one. You can share your own found mysteries and discuss with others on there as well. It just might end up being in a video. This is just going to be for the concept of internet mysteries and the discussion of strange YouTube events and things like that. Now, due to the title of this video, you're obviously going to disobey it and search exactly what I told you to not search anyways. But before you do, let this faithful video serve as a word of caution. Considering we've covered topics such as literal cursed things that actually exist on this website, such as things that are as simple as a gibberish comment by a YouTube user known as Sandro Douglads, which was a whole nother YouTube Unsolved episode, I personally would not be so quick to just dive on into this. Due to this being a YouTube Unsolved episode, we're clearly going to try to get to the bottom of all this as well. So you may think that you've stumbled across the dark side of YouTube from time to time when you were just watching life hack videos and then suddenly stumbled into some animated Baby Shark parodies and tire running things over videos. But I can assure you, ladies and gentlemen, that's not even the slightest bit close to what we're going to be delving into today. You just might have heard of the concept of the YouTube Iceberg. It effectively is a way of measuring the levels that exist in platforms such as YouTube in the layers of different amounts of videos, following the rules and abiding by normal everyday activities compared to the darkest depths of illegal, disturbing, scary videos and scary things that people somehow get away with. Because in this case, this is the iceberg that sunk the Titanic. And by Titanic, I mean your childhood, plunging you deep into the depths of things that you're going to certainly want to wish that you could unsee. When you go to the YouTube search bar, you get a series of auto-generated results all the time. These results are based off of the most popular search terms that have some kind of relation with whatever word or whatever sentence that you just typed in. It's based off of relevancy all the way down. Now, this all changes when all of a sudden you start a query with the simple, tiny, inconspicuous punctuation mark known as a period. Upon doing this, you'll start to find a sequence of way more unusual and way more questionable auto-suggestions, all leading to different results that range from the typical not-so-family-friendly foreign title video which has an intimate movie scene in the thumbnail, to straight-up censored and things such as this. There are multiple variations. Some search terms lead in from just one period, others 3, or maybe even more, possibly somehow being connected with some underground code or strategy that's used in determining the level of severity of creepiness and disturbingness or illegality of the whatever the searches that show up upon searching it. That's what I have come to know, at least, in doing my own research. The most benign and the closest to what you can consider to be normal results would show up from one period followed by whatever seemingly other nonsense emoji or gibberish terms to the most extreme examples ranging into the highly illegal territory accessible by multiple periods and even more unorganized punctuations thrown around. Basically, the more punctuations and random periods that you type in to begin the search term, the more strange and horrible results you're going to get displayed, leading down the infinite rabbit hole of the terrible and dangerous, illegal, scary, cursed videos that after a certain point, I can't even show you. This, ladies and gentlemen, is not the dark side of YouTube, but it is more or less, in family-friendly terms, the nether of YouTube. The most vile, endless pit of despair, with content ranging from crimes, terrorism, to just plain edgy art projects that are bad enough to make me wish I had an adult diaper. But of course, that's not the end of it. You know what time it is. This term is a secret gateway into illegal activities that can't be tracked or identified by the metadata through the algorithm. Now, if you don't know what that means, metadata is basically the main feature of the algorithm, which allows the algorithm to determine whether or not a video has content within it that's family friendly, or PG-13, PG-15, PG-18, PG-27, whatever the ratings are, and then appropriately adjusts its visibility for that specific audience, okay? Well, they can't do that if the title's just a bunch of emojis, periods, commas, whatever. The malicious, inappropriate ads that recently invaded YouTube were also revealed to use these same emojis, followed by a period in their metadata, meaning their titles, possibly descriptions, tags, so on. But here's where more juicy information comes in, which gives us more of an actual explanation as to what kind of malarkey is going on around here. What exactly all this means? Is this truly the deep web of YouTube? And if so, how much bigger than YouTube is it actually? Because you think YouTube is just a normal homepage. Well, this is the exact opposite of what you would see on the homepage going on to an incognito tab. And just like the surface web compared to the deep net, well, chances are the deep portions are gonna be quite a bit more vast. Now on Reddit, a long time ago, someone asked a very peculiar and interesting question regarding this as to why, when they search a period, lots of these weird results come up on the YouTube subreddit. Now, one of the comments happened to be an individual who proclaimed that they had experience with deep web surfing and that they knew exactly what was going on here. They went on to say this: "I'm a user who frequently goes on the onion sites and deep web networks for my own entertainment. In doing this for years, I know all the ways in the book on how to remain secure and safe. What I have found are multiple websites that share their privately available videos featuring red room, gruesome type content ranging from child to terrorism, all the way to edgy cursed art projects that are readily uploaded to YouTube and are public. Most of them are simple embeds. How do they get away with it? A flaw in the YouTube system of detecting content, periods and emojis, and foreign terms in random order. All these sickos do is upload their content metadata and make them virtually unidentifiable, only being removed once enough viewers have found it and manually reported it. So yeah, unless you want a literal link to the most disturbed portions of the dark web, straight from YouTube, don't search things with a period in front of them, especially emojis." So this is a literal gateway into the deep web, and there's nothing any man-made algorithm can do to detect or stop this from happening, because there's categorically no way to detect the differences in the use of punctuation in normal, understandable video titles, descriptions, and transcripts from just the random jumbles of mixed emojis, gibberish periods, and commas, etc. Masking this entire underground layer of disturbing, dark, and illegal activity in the form of video production from the entire rest of the surface YouTube. We can only determine that this entire thing, this entire separate dimension of YouTube, it takes up most likely even more space than all the rest of the normal videos that you could see or find on any regular basis. You can literally get yourself into some extremely dangerous and quite literally pee-pee pants level situations by going down the rabbit hole of this simple search engine flaw. Who knows what kind of things could actually happen to you? From literal curses to viruses to anything. We know YouTube, based off of the history of this series, is not as much as an innocent place as the nice family-friendly home screen would like to point out to you, and the YouTube rewinds would like to make everything seem like this is just all a nice happy ever after website of which is perfectly friendly to everyone who goes on, but in reality is just the icing on top of a cake with layers ranging into the evil, dark, and horribly illegal side of videos. All I can suggest is that you just simply don't search it, as per the title. And that's all we have for this episode. Very strange things. Some YouTubers have actually covered videos regarding the dark side of YouTube in there, basically covering the videos that show up under some of these search terms, but never going as far into the rabbit hole as to start getting into the really strange, bizarre side, or really saying anything about how they actually managed to get there to begin with. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope that you don't search this, even though you're going to. Go check out the Discord server for this series, not for my channel. It has nothing to do with my channel. This is just for YouTube Unsolved, of course. I'll see you in the next one for the next Unsolved mystery and the next normal video. Goodbye.